7:46, welcome back to Tuesday's Breakfast Television. Obviously, in the aftermath of the attacks on Christchurch, lives were lost, but the opportunity to heal and recover is happening, and just announced a nationwide Visit a Mosque campaign, courtesy of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat. Imam Tariq Azim joining us right now. Thanks for being here on the couch. This Visit a Mosque idea to open the doors, build bridges for understanding, this isn't a new initiative for the Muslim community.
No, it is not. Ahmadiyya Muslim community has been organizing such events for a very long time. We actually had one event just this past Sunday, 2 days ago, which was called Meet Your Muslim Neighbor. And our volunteers had been working to, get fellow Canadians to come in and see what a mosque is like. And I mean, we had the event it's just 2 days ago, and it was, as I mentioned, planned many days before. But, it was intended to educate people about our faith. But because of the recent terror attacks in New Zealand, it was more of, people came to show solidarity, to give condolences and whatnot. But we have been doing these for a very long time.
The curiosity from the participants that came out that wanted to learn, what types of questions were they asking?
This time, as I mentioned, this was more for solidarity, but generally when we have these programs, those that come out, they ask questions about, because they have heard things like, for example, Islam teaches violence, or Islam is a religion that promotes hatred. But again, that's just unfortunate that they have heard these things, because religion itself, Islam, means peace. And this is the main message of Islam, to promote peace. The message is love for all, hatred for none. This is the core fundamental of Islam.
And finding the similarities, I think, is a real opportunity, because you work in this news cycle. When we do, and we have these stories, and I was saying this to you before we went on the air, when we heard the news, it wasn't, how did this happen? It's, oh no, it's happened again. And the thing that you see when we see the vigils, we see students in New Zealand doing the haka, it's very powerful of how tragedy can teach empathy. But how do we cultivate compassion without having this type of conflict in the first place?
We need to grow love for humanity in our hearts. This is, if you learn the religions, they all teach this very basic message, that worship God and serve humanity. If we have that desire to serve humanity, if we all love humanity, loss of life anywhere in the world will bring tears to our eyes, that how can someone be murdered in such merciless way? So that is the most important thing, that grow that love for humanity in your heart. And even if it's one person or 50 individuals that have been murdered, we should feel the pain that, no, it should not happen anywhere.
When you feel that pain, and you heard the news of what happened last week, the ceremonies, this gesture of opening the doors for people to come in, your sense of safety, did you feel anything different when you woke up Friday morning knowing that you were there for a community, you're there to serve with this message, love for all? Did you feel as if you were in danger?
It is our religious obligation. We go to Friday prayers every week. People come in large numbers and they offer the Friday prayers. And not just in our mosque in Delta, but throughout the world, rather. It's a fixed time. Pretty much we all get there and gather and offer our prayers. The thing is that I cannot say that we feel scared, but at the same time, it must be known that while the fellow Canadians, it's a very peaceful and loving country, we have to make sure that there is not even a 1% people that do not understand to respect and tolerate one another. If we have even a small percentage of that, if we allow hatred, even in a small amount in any community, it can spiral to something big, and we don't want that. And that's exactly what we have seen in New Zealand. So we have to make sure, we can't have guards or people outside our mosque protecting them, or other places of worship on a regular basis. We have to create that community where we don't need that type of security, because we feel comfortable that nobody would ever hurt another individual. And that can only happen through education.
Education is a big part of this answer. There is an opportunity with this campaign. Visitamosque.ca is the website here in Vancouver, BC. Where can people go? When can people go visit and have this opportunity to learn?
Yes, absolutely. As I mentioned earlier, our community does this on a regular basis, but visitamosque.ca is the website where people can learn more. Our mosque here in Lower Mainland is in Delta, British Columbia, and we are inviting our fellow Canadians to visit a mosque, especially in Delta, where I am myself as well. And it's from, the campaign starts today from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. every day until 24th March. Our mosques are open to everyone wherever they are, from British Columbia all the way to Newfoundland, all across the country, we're inviting people to visit them.
Well, it's a valuable gesture. Imam Azim, I appreciate you coming on and sharing the message.
Thank you so much, yes.
Listen, we'll take a break. More